Welcome. Thank you for joining me today to discuss the CPN certification application process using your No Pass, No Pay code. Your first step is to create your free account at the PNCB.org website. The login option is located at the top of our website on a desktop or laptop device. We do not recommend using a phone or tablet for exam applications. Once you have selected Login, you can create your account by selecting New Customer, click here. Follow the prompts to enter the requested information, then click Submit at the bottom of the screen. For your records, you will receive an email a few minutes later. It will confirm your username and that you created an account successfully. Now that your account has been created, you will be prompted to log into your PNCB home portal. On the left-hand side of your PNCB portal, there is a section titled Navigation. Under the Navigation section, select Exam Applications and Name Change Form. Then select the CPN Exam Application button for the testing format of your choice, either in-person test center or live remote proctoring. Once you have selected your application type, you will see a new screen. Find Submission History toward the bottom and click the blue button called Create New Application. This will start your application. The next several slides will go over the different sections of the CPN application. First, you will see the instruction screen. The CPN exam application takes about 15 minutes to complete. Please note, all sections of the application must be fully completed to successfully submit the application. Have your RN license information handy because you will be asked for it on the application. When applying for the CPN exam using your employer's No Pass, No Pay charge code, you will select Yes to the question, I have a code from my employer to pay for this application. Then hit Next to continue. The No Pass, No Pay agreement section of the CPN application is where you select your employer and enter in the No Pass, No Pay code. Please be aware the code must be entered on this screen for your application. You cannot apply the code at checkout like a promo, discount, or voucher code. If you forget to enter the code here and you reach the checkout screen, please contact exam@pncb.org so we can expire the application and let you start a new one. There are several reasons why you may see an error code. There is an extra space before or after the code. The letters are not entered as capitals. The incorrect hospital was selected from the drop-down. Now read over the exam's terms and conditions. Once you have read this important information, check the box next to I have read and agreed to the above terms and conditions to continue through your application. On the profile screen, confirm that your personal information is correct and up to date. This includes phone number and email address. Next, you'll tell us more about yourself. Please complete all sections on the additional profile information section. Read all sections of the honor statement attestation. Your exam application is a formal document, and it's essential to read through each sentence. Once you have read the honor statement, you may check the box next to I have read and agreed to the PNCB honor statement. For education information, you will select your highest degree and the country of your RN nursing education from the drop-down list. Next, you'll complete all sections of the employer information section. For the question asking if you work in a hospital, please be sure to answer yes to this question if that is true for you. A drop-down list of U.S. states or international regions will then appear. After selecting your location, choose your employer's name in the alphabetical list. If your hospital is not listed, please type in the name. If you work for a second hospital, please repeat the process to tell us which one. Make sure all fields visible on the screen are filled in, and then click Next. If you'd like to request examination accommodations for your appointment, please select Yes and upload PNCB's Special Accommodations form. The form can also be emailed to exam@pncb.org or fax to 301-330-1504. There are two parts to the special accommodations form. The first page is completed by you, the exam candidate, and pages 2 and 3 are completed by an appropriately licensed healthcare professional such as a physician, nurse practitioner, or psychiatrist. If requesting accommodations, this documentation must be received and approved before an exam application can be processed by our staff. Next, you must attest to completing the required number of clinical practice hours to meet CPN exam eligibility criteria. Select the pathway option you are using to meet the clinical practice requirement. Now it's time to enter your RN license information. As a reminder, you must have a current, valid, unrestricted, and unencumbered RN license in the U.S., Canada, American Samoa, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, or the U.S. Virgin Islands at the time of application. Follow the on-screen prompts to enter your license date, number, and expiration date. For mailing list questions, PNCB is occasionally asked to release mailing lists or email contact lists from its certificate database. Please read these questions carefully before answering yes or no. Next, you will be asked if you are a Society of Pediatric Nurses member. Now share with us how you learned about PNCB's CPN certification exam. You may mark all that apply. Then you will choose which was most influential in your decision to apply for the exam. You're almost done. On the next screen, confirm that your application is complete and ready to submit. Then type your name in the exam attestation signature line and select the date. Even with using your employer's no pass, no pay code, you must still proceed through the checkout process. On the status section of the application, select Proceed to Checkout. As a reminder, if the no pass, no pay charge code was not used and the application has been moved into checkout, you will not be able to apply the charge code. Just to be sure you are ready to proceed, select Checkout again. Once you are in checkout status, you select Submit Payment. There is no fee when using an employer's charge code, but your code earlier in the application acts as payment. You will not be required to enter payment information, but you must select Submit Payment at the bottom right to successfully complete the exam application. If successfully submitted, the application will show your receipt and your application submittal status will have been updated to staff review. It's important to know that if an exam application is not taken through checkout with the Submit Payment button clicked, it will stay in pending submittal status waiting for you to click it. After 10 days, a pending application will expire and you will need to start a new application. Now you're ready for the next steps. Within 2 to 3 weeks, PNCB will email you next steps to schedule your exam. Be sure to check your spam folder for this time-sensitive email. Schedule a test time. Applications are processed within 2 to 3 weeks. You're notified by email about your 90-day testing window and how to schedule your exam date and time. If you chose in-person test center format, you will also select a location. Check your spam folder for your email. A copy of the email is also saved in your PNCB portal. Read your PNCB Candidate Handbook. The Candidate Handbook describes all aspects of exam administration, including what materials are allowed in the testing area and cancellation and rescheduling policies. A link to this handbook will be emailed to you, but it is posted on the website for reading at any time. Review the CPN Exam Content Outline Test Blueprint. It is an essential tool to help you study for the exam. It describes all the subject areas covered by the exam and the number or questions per content domain. Consider PNCB's practice tests. PNCB offers affordable practice tests written by CPN subject matter experts. They simulate an exam experience and use PNCB style. Find the CPN practice tests in your portal's marketplace. Take the exam. Check in at least 30 minutes before your scheduled test time. Bring 2 forms of ID as described in the Candidate Handbook. Your name on the IDs must match the name on your application. In most cases, a preliminary unofficial pass-fail status appears on screen at the end of the exam. Official notification is emailed 2 to 3 weeks after testing. We hope you found this application walkthrough helpful. If you have any questions along the way, contact PNCB at exam@pncb.org or 1-888-641-2767. We wish you success on your upcoming exam.